All right, we are going to get started here. I'm going to go real fast with this Class Connect. Hope you guys are doing well and having a good week here. I'm going to share my screen and go from there. So what I want to kind of talk about today is our week 5 right here. When we are looking at our stuff for this week, there's 3 assignments on chapter 3. And chapter 3 is talking about a lot of nonverbal things. So it could be things like your body language when you are communicating with somebody. It could be something about your appearance. This could also be things like with your written messages, the idea of your grammar, your spelling, things like if you are sending in your resume, making sure that it's on good paper or that the ink isn't smudged and things like that, that in the business world, those nonverbal pieces are extremely important. Your body contact, your body language, eye contact, your tone of voice, your posture when you're in communication with people in the business world. Those things really do add up. And what we want you to do in this 3.1 assignment is to look at the case study and then be able to answer the reflection there, followed by the textbook work there. And then 3.2, looking at the idea of listening. So this is a great TED Talk. It's not super long. And what I want you to do is work on the listening skills behind being able to dial in and pay attention to the main points, then be able to concisely summarize what it's about, right? And then in 3.2, you're talking about the different types of listening, right? There's informative listening, evaluative listening, emphatic listening, reflective listening. There's a time and place for each of them. So when you're looking at 3.2, you're looking at that listening process, being able to defer the difference between casual listening and active listening. Like that casual listening might be if there's 8 or 10 of you sitting at lunch talking versus the active listening, you're having a one-on-one connect with your head football coach or head soccer coach, looking at those type of things. And then lastly, in our case study here, you're going to look at a business scenario, looking at conflict resolution, and then looking at a couple of teams working in the business world, looking at how they are doing things with their listening. And then lastly, I want you to read the article here about what everyday CEOs, HR directors are doing with their teamwork and improving that. Because if you look at you guys as students and athletes or whatever you do, I'm sure you've been through those very awkward, corny icebreakers, things like that, that people think maybe build up teamwork, but in reality, there's more concrete, actual ways to do that. And then you're going to finish up chapter 3 with some text review here in the textbook. Remember, when you go to the textbook, that is in your it's in your class course materials right here. You go to it right there, and then you can go to those sections right there. Okay. So I'll be available via email if you have any questions for me as we continue to go forward in our unit. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And remember, everything's due 11:59 on Friday.